may take action against us. He may beat us up. And he has a son who could definitely do that, JD. Yaya Thomas. So we should talk about it. We should talk about U23s a little bit.
A bit.
Dude, in our defense, to the Final X boys, it was not easy to stay in tune with what was happening with Final X Oklahoma, and then that travel, and then the travel associated with New York. There was a lot of gone time. It was tough to watch. JD, you were there on the ground. Maybe you give us some of the highs and lows. Have we talked about? We discussed Mendez Buzakis, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we at least talked about that. That was juniors. U23s, some of the big storylines for you.
First of all, we should talk about the process.
The process.
Neil's thoughts, because if you make the senior national team, meaning top 3 on the ladder, you didn't even have to wrestle here. You automatically get the world team spot.
Okay, so this is new because if you recall in years past, the most recent example I can think of was Bo Nickel versus Jake Woodley at Fargo. So what happened was Woodley won U23s. Bo Nickel made something. What was it? Final X, or he just won he was third. And so making the national team, you get a wrestle off. He got the wrestle off, he won. So I think from a process standpoint, it makes sense to just you want your best U23s. There's a high probability that you could have, or a good probability that a world teamer will come from someone who is in the U23 category. Prime example would be Yanni is U23 eligible. So it makes sense. If someone's making the national team, they're probably the best candidate to represent America. However, it is new. I don't know how well known this was. I did not realize.
There were coaches literally there who were like, wait, if my kid wins, he is not on the team?
And you said yes.
Not necessarily.
Depends.
They do have to accept the spot. So that means Vito, Yanni, David Carr, and Carter Starachi are your 4 guys who could accept spots.
Right.
Automatically. They have until, I believe, June 27th at 5 p.m. Mountain Time to accept said spot.
Mountain Time.
We're going Mountain Time on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm doing some math here.
Big decisions are made at Mountain Time.
Yeah.
Well, it literally says in the procedure it's 5 p.m. Mountain Time.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. Specific.
I like it.
Because Colorado Springs, Mountain Time.
It will be in the mountains.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I believe David Carr has put out publicly that he will accept it. Carter Starachi has put out publicly that he accept it.
He'll wrestle off Dustin Plott right now if you
He did say that.
He did say that. Get it too.
Carter Starachi does not fit the mold of the typical Penn State media thing.
Oh, no.
At all. On Twitter, in interviews, he is just his own dude. He does it his way. Very, very differently. It's definitely a departure from the typical thing. He basically said, JD, this man was given a piggyback ride to his little brother when JD's interviewing him, and he still managed to cut a promo. He said that Chance and Jordan Burroughs looked average. Okay, that's pretty wild take. Now, and then he's like, you were talking about Tim about the process. He's like, any of them can get it. He's like, who was even there? Who's going to go with me? And so the guy who won it was Oklahoma State's Dustin Plott, pretty good wrestler. And, obviously I think we could probably...
Tyler, we do have the interview. If you want to pull it up, I timestamped the spot where he's talking about the U23 process. While Tyler's pulling that up, Kyle Dake, in his post-Final X interview, outstayed Yanni, saying he's going to do both seniors and U23s.
Yanni is?
So a lot of people were just assuming if Yanni makes it, he wouldn't go. Cole Matthews would get the spot. But Kyle Dake said Yanni is planning on doubling up.
Because U23s are after seniors.
Yes.
So,
I guess you could. I'd like to let Cole Matthews get some reps. You know what I mean?
Cole Matthews?
F that.
No,
Take it.
all right. I'd think let the young guy get some reps.
Yeah.
I guess they're both young.
They're the
but
same
still,
age.
yes. You see what? Yes.
Actually,
it's a good
Yanni
point.
might be a year older, but...
Yeah.
Vito, I have not heard yet, but considering he didn't make the senior spot,
I would think he would.
then especially if he's got Yanni going as well.
Yeah, then you got your partner. That would make sense. I'm curious. So, are we playing the Starachi?
Yeah, how that would go?
No, just this part. think Tyler's pulling it in.
Obviously, you don't make those rules, but you get to be on the team.
Everyone's complaining about, well, I'm taking the spot. I mean, look at the U23 division. Like, who was there? You know what I mean? Like, all those guys that get smacked around too. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they could have went to the senior trials and wrestled there too, but they obviously didn't. So, yeah, I mean, just like I said, I mean, I'll wrestle them right now. I mean, if they want to complain, I mean, I don't care. I wrestle all day long. So, yeah, I mean, I was hearing a little bit about that. They know where to find me, so it don't matter.
Hey, good stuff.
JD had a couple of those.
Yeah.
Is that a
good
new
stuff?
I saw JD getting that interview. I was going to the bathroom, walking behind him, and he had some extra steez going with him too. So he was bringing some
extra
to that
what?
interview. Steez, swag.
Okay.
JD was swagged
Is
out.
steez
that
a new term?
It's not quite new, but yeah, it's been in the lexicon, if you will. But maybe
The vernacular of the hipsters.
Yes.
Of which I am.
Definitely one.
I am
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I could tell you were about to
Trendy.
say
No,
it.
you're a trendy CP with the drip. Yeah, for sure.
absolutely. Jeff Baxter, easily the biggest hater, saying that JD's guns are obviously much larger than mine. They may be larger. Is it obvious?
I don't know if it's obvious, but which not always do the bigger guns have more firepower.
And
is this an instance of that?
yeah, mine are more.
I don't
mine
know.
are more
I feel like
efficient.
JD's got
CP
more.
doesn't even lift.
You got more glam muscles than
Nah,
yeah. No core strength.
Yeah, no
Core strength.
None
No core
whatsoever.
strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how many Russian twists?
No, I don't know, man.
Abdominals
I don't
can
know,
do?
man. You're all chest and shoulders and biceps.
The 512 Outlaws were getting after it yesterday. They were dropping medicine balls on kids' stomachs.
Okay.
Doing core stuff.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
some-
stuff JD skipped. You could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, "You want to end up like this guy?" They actually had a picture. It was weird. They did have a picture of JD up. Like, do
Yeah?
you want to be like this guy?
What not to do?
What not to
yes,
do.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is your body. This is your body not doing core.
Yes.
Classic
You're
anti-drug.
So dumb.
Oh my god. Okay. So other U23 things. One, Patrick Kennedy won the spot. He had a pretty tough path to do so.
Well, he didn't win the spot. He won the tournament.
He won the tournament. He didn't win the spot because David Carr. But he beat
The Cyclone probably not going to let the Hawkeye on the team.
Yeah, pretty much not allowed to do that. So
He did look good, though.
yeah, I mean, one thing with Kennedy is, so I'm pretty sure he lost to Peyton Hall in folk style this year
At the scuffle. Overtime.
And
6-4, I believe.
beat him twice here in freestyle, and the amount of time that Patrick Kennedy's opponents spend underneath him in like short offense
Yes.
is a large number of time.
His style works very well for freestyle, especially with the push out. Mm-hmm. Like, he's just pressure forward, pressure forward, pressure forward, pressure forward, push out, pressure forward, pressure forward, pressure forward, snap, go
Yeah.
behind.
Okay, mixing a snap on the
His
first
hands are really, really heavy for sure. Still, like everyone, just has some other stuff to clean up before I think he's really in that top tier at 65, but he's really, really good.
He said he's going to be preseason. He's, in your low All-American fighting range.
Yeah,
I mean, he beat Peyton Robb
no
in the
doubt.
semis just to make it to Hall, who he then beat 2-0. So
Brady flinchball. JD looks like Luigi on Mario Brothers.
it's a me,
Man, if he
Luigi.
Oh boy, he needs to shave the rest of the beard. Just go back to the mustache. Although I like the full beard more than the mustache, to be honest.
You look good with both, but the mustache is a personality statement piece.
It is true.
It really is. Okay, other U23 standouts. James Dean.
Cole Matthews, kind of like I said, that 65 bracket was my biggest bracket, and I'm not going to lie, I don't think I had Cole Matthews coming out of it. He had a good college season, but if I was picking one pre-tournament, probably would have been Ridge Lovett, but Cole Matthews actually knocked him off, and he got it done. Bo Bartlett was also in that bracket, RIP to CP. Clay Carlson was in there, Josh Saunders, Dylan
Listen,
D'Amelio.
October, he's getting ready for his championship run at 141. He doesn't have time to be gallivanting overseas. Where is the U23s?
Spain?
Spain sounds
I believe.
pretty vibey.
That's a distraction.
I don't know, man. Ozzo only made me better. I don't think that it's going to be a distraction for him.
It's not a distraction.
Tell that to Yanni.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Yanni's done it. He knows what it takes to win the national title.
Bo Bartlett's been over. Okay.
Listen, October is a distraction. He doesn't need that in his life. Cole Matthews just continues to improve and be someone that's like,
Yeah.
you think someone is like, all right, kind of slotted in a certain spot once they're there a couple of years, and then this is not Cole Matthews.
Well, it's weird because he's going into his 5th year of college. I think red shirt, and this will be his 4th year as a starter, I think. Don't call me on that. You don't see guys making jumps that late,
I was just
really.
going to say, you don't see the late career jump too often. He's doing it.
Right. Well, get ready for it with Bo, because that's going to happen.
About to happen.
So Yaya Thomas, I thought he did look really good. He dominated John Milner, who's good, although I've never seen him wrestle freestyle before. There's some moments where I was like, I don't know how much freestyle he's done. But Yaya is obviously really good at freestyle.
Made a junior world team.
Sloan, Cassiope, Cardenas, Hiley, some other U23 world team members, so we'll be looking forward to them. Congrats on the trip to Spain.
Sloan took out the GOAT next to Emmett in the finals. Shout out to the GOAT for making the finals, though.
Honestly, shout out to him.
Beat his twin brother again in Root.
That must be weird. I like that they don't really care about wrestling each other.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. That's healthy.
Well, you don't know which one's really winning.
That's true. We were talking
They
about
do the
this.
singlet swap.
Yeah.
We were talking about this with the Kuntz twins, Final X. You may be like, hey, send Dylan there to make the weight.
Yeah. Or even in between matches. It's a 3-match war.
Yeah.
Throw in a guy
that one
who's
took
fresh.
a lot out of me. All right, throw Dylan.
Yeah.
Throw Dylan
They'll never see it coming.
Yeah. We need to get some twin shenanigans stories. I think that would be.
We don't know it's not happening.
We don't know it's not happening.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well,
we have to make sure
You
it's
can't
not
even
happening first.
confirm it via DNA.
Yeah, because
they
it's
have
the
the
same
same.
person. Yeah,
I think the main thing we have to do here is assume that it is a problem that has to be stopped.
Yes.
We just have to assume that all twins are bad actors.
and that you don't know.
Should twins be
which
allowed to
twin is
wrestle?
That brings up a better point.
Superpowers.
Should they? Because one, it's already unfair that you have a built-in training partner that's your exact size and DNA.
life.
For life. Okay? That's not fair. Tom and Terry.
Yes.
Terry and Troy. Ty and
And
Kay
then
Rutolo.
also, you have your carbon copy, so you're already game planning like the others are game planning for you. It's the ultimate mirror game.
Exactly.
It's the ultimate mirror game. You know what everybody else is going to do against you because you're doing it against you.
Yes. Crap. So it's actually a bigger problem than we realized. But we need to
solve this before the grounded rule.
Yeah.
Honestly,
worried.
we have to table the grounded rule, and we have to get twins out of this.
I think we
sport.
got to lump them together. Twins and grounded rule.
Twins grounded.
Yeah.
All the twins, you're grounded.
Yes.
Okay. Seth Gross dropped a bomb after Final X it's not a bomb, but this dude only eats meat. He eats straight carnivore diet for 6 months. And he says, I've got the tweet here. He says, been doing it for 6 months now. These are some of the top benefits I've personally seen. Little to no inflammation in body, no longer have digestive issues, much higher energy all day long, much less fatigue, soreness during and after workouts. What do you think about this diet?
My first thought is, if I had to guess on first look on who's doing a carnivore diet, Seth Gross wasn't my first guess.
Yes.
So that's already showing me a side of the carnivore diet I didn't know was there. You know what I mean? It's not so stereotypical. You know,
It's good. He's really bucking the stereotype of a carnivore.
I think that you have a lot of potential for a good diet there, but there's no pizza. There's no bagels involved in it, so it must have been a rough stop in New York for him. Oh, he wasn't there.
It
was Stillwater. Okay, so a little easier there.
Yeah, better place
Yeah, a little
to be on the
easier. A
carnivore.
little
Yep.
easier. Lot more big meats there. I'm interested to see how those poops are going.
He alluded no longer have digestive issues.
I've heard it can be a problem initially.
Yeah,
Joe
okay.
Rogan said he was.
Okay, I'm interested to see how that goes, how he deals
You're
with it.
interested to see how that goes.
Yeah,
Maybe
and then-
hear how it goes.
Oh yeah, I don't need
You don't need
I
to
don't
see-
need front row seat or anything,
No.
or a sample.
No.
But also interested to See how he deals with meat sweats.
Yeah.
Because that's an issue with me.
I've heard of.
With
Oh,
lots
really?
of meat. I start sweating.
Right. But to be fair, you kind of sweat.
There's not a lot that doesn't make me sweat.
Yeah.
I sweat when I sleep, so that could also be a thing. So, but I'm surprised, I would say the least, that he's a practitioner of the carnivore diet.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. I don't know if I could do it just from a straight discipline standpoint.
No.
I don't think I have.
It's a big no.
If a doctor said you have to do this or you're gonna die or something.
I might die.
Is that a life worth living?
Is there a cheat day situation we have?
So
here?
Seth maybe does.
He said he goes 90%, I think.
He says, I do slight variation where I eat some fruits, honey, and some dairy products, but 90% red meat and eggs. And really, these things are not solving my problem. Where I think we're gonna have the same problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some breads.
Uh-huh.
I don't eat a lot of bread, but
I like carbs.
yeah, I
The
do.
kid likes carbs.
To me, it's just a convenience thing. Imagine going to a good restaurant with your friends.
Well, they
And
always.
you gotta push the sides off.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking. Most restaurants, they always got meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying
So you always have
it comes with the
something.
side of potatoes.
Yeah,
too.
no,
you gotta be
yeah.
the don't give me the potatoes, or
Yeah.
like you literally just gotta sit, eat your meat, and then stare at your potatoes.
You could be the person that always gives away the potatoes, though, and everybody
you're
loves
here-
that
everyone
person.
wants to go out
Yeah,
to eat with
everybody
you now.
wants to go out to eat
Yeah,
with
but
you.
then you gotta give away your potatoes.
That's true. That's true. It's hard to do
Because every
Giving-
time it's a choice.
it's pretty much giving away your
Yes.
children.
Yeah.
You know,
At that point.
that you would eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So yeah, I don't know if I could do it.
But-
maybe a week.
Now that I think about it, not surprised that
Okay,
Seth
I
Gross
could
did it because he's been looking like a predator out there. You know?
He looked good.
Yeah. So
He said
Did he say when he started this?
6 months ago.
6 months.
He also said, I DM'd him afterwards and I was asking about it, and he said the weight cut was one of his easiest ever. 61 was no problem at all. So pretty cool.
well, if it's helping,
I don't know
I'm
if you
happy
could
to
do
hear
it. It's maybe for a season you can do it, but for years after years, you only eat meat. You got to be missing
Also,
out on
like-
something.
Like imagine like traveling and stuff. You just gotta bring everything. I feel like
He's just thinking about the
Yeah.
convenience factor.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
all I think about.
What I'm thinking is, oftentimes I wake up, I want a midnight snack. Does he just eat bacon?
I'm guessing this is not a midnight snacker.
Everybody midnight snacks.
No, I
Everybody
could honestly
midnight
say I don't think I do.
You do a little late snacking.
What? Okay, so yeah, not at mid. Okay, so yeah,
Not
maybe-
exactly midnight, because you go to bed at 6. You know, so 10 p.m.
I tried to
snacking.
go to bed early last night, and I was unable to do so.
You're too excited to hang with your boy
I was-
Ollie.
yeah, I was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need less sleep than I used to. I used to go to bed so early. Now, not quite as bad. So Seth is a carnivore,
The whole no vegetables thing is pretty wild.
just dunking on dogs.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I'm all out on vegetables.
you don't eat it. Do you eat some?
I eat them. I make myself because I'm an adult and I think that's what they do. But I hate it. I hate vegetables. They're the worst. They're gross.
What about peppers?
They're not bad.
I'll eat a whole red, yellow, orange pepper.
Like whole?
Just
Like you bite it
not
like an apple?
No, just cut it up and eat it. You'll slice it.
Okay, that's
It's
not.
got seeds.
It's not bad. It's not. Peppers
A
aren't bad.
nice cold juicy one.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but I don't like. I'm not excited to eat a pepper. You know?
I guess I'm not fired up. But
Yeah.
I do like them.
You're not like ooh peppers.
Yeah,
You kind of ooh pepper.
kind of
guy.
ooh. I'm kind of ooh peppers. That's maybe the only vegetable I get.
You know,
truly excited.
peppers are a fruit, technically.
You look dumb right now. You look so dumb right now.
I
Talking
bet-
about yeah. You
Listen.
look like an idiot calling
I
pepper.
don't care what.
I can't
they
believe I
are.
ever let you. How did I not catch that? Good job.
I don't consider
You don't
them.
even know what a vegetable is.
They're not a fruit. They're a vegetable. And
What's a tomato?
Fruit.
yeah.
I was gonna let him answer.
Casey McWhorter says only lunatics wake up in the middle of the night. That's the thing. I don't think I've ever woken up and being like, I need some Doritos. It'll be late, and maybe I'm gonna go to bed and be like, oh,
There's
man,
science behind it.
Let me crush some.
There's science behind it. When you go to sleep, your blood sugar drops and it creates a craving.
I don't need the botanical classification, Tyler. Look at this guy. He's a smart aleck.
Yeah,
Pulling up the
yeah,
botanical-
yeah.
See, this is nerd radio live. You guys are bringing nerddom.
No,
Everyone knows
science.
tomatoes
Science. You didn't think I was bringing
and
science.
peppers are
Ollie brings a lot of stuff to the
vegetables.
show. You didn't think it was going to be science.
Yeah, whatever.
You just gotta cook your vegetables like people in the South do. Just like drown them in either sugar or butter.
My
Candy
grandma-
carrots, I love.
Yeah.
Candy carrots are delicious.
Sweet potato casserole,
Love it.
which is just brown sugar and marshmallows with
Yeah.
a little bit of sweet potato.
I'm in
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, my grandma's green beans were sweeter than most desserts you've had.
When I travel, I noticed that people do things they'll call obvious dessert plates salad. You guys know about this?
What?
Enlighten.
It's
I'm
like
not
it'll be like
familiar.
a mix of like Jello, whipped cream, pretzels, and stuff like that.
Oh,
Be
I've
like-
had that.
And they call it salad. And this isn't a salad. I'm down to eat it and call it a salad. But
Well, it's like potato salad, you know. That's
oh,
not
it's a good
salad.
point.
Macaroni salad.
At that point, what's not a salad?
Snicker salad.
What is this?
You never had the Snicker salad? I think this is a Midwest special. They call it a salad, I think, because there's like little chunks of apples,
Okay.
but there's a lot of big chunks of Snickers, and I don't know what else.
So a candy bar
Yes.
is the main salad
Look
ingredient.
at this. Look at this. This is insanity.
Yeah, here we go.
I don't. So is that what is the white stuff?
That's, well, those are apple chunks. I don't know
No.
exactly what the white
There's mayonnaise?
vanilla pudding.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip
Doesn't
and
look like
apples.
there's mayo. This is.
Okay,
not
I'm
good.
shocked by the look of it, but
It's
I'm
delicious.
intrigued by the break. If that was on a menu, you could get me.
Delicious.
Just in and out.
I don't think I'm getting that.
Yeah, you're a coward.
I'm not counting.
I don't know what to
I
make
would get
of it.
I would get a pie.
Everybody gets pie.
Yeah. Not everyone gets pie, for one. Okay. So we have a section here called Final X NYC Roundup. We did that yesterday, but
Rounded it up.
we rounded it up.
Okay.
But you can bring your own little spin on Final X NYC. Maybe the things outside the mat. Off
All
the
right.
mat.
We could definitely do some of that. Got there. I don't know if you guys have ever been to New York City. Immaculate vibes.
It was a good vibe.
We park boyded up.
That was a long day.
It was a long
Us
day,
three
lots
plus-
of walking.
Plus Tyler.
We hit the park hard. Swagged out there. We looked for a long time for a place to go to the bathroom. I do remember that, and that was kind of my
Tour
fault.
guide Ollie kind of had a hard time with that.
Yeah, I took us everywhere and back, but we saw great parts of the park, and then found the bathroom. Continued to do more walking. Went to a beautiful sushi dinner
That was with the bathroom.
with a shout out
Don't
Zuma.
even try and describe it.
Don't even
like,
try it. Yeah, it's
Yeah, never
indescribable.
mind. Just- I'm gonna say
Tell
this.
the name of the place. What's the name?
Zuma, New York City. Just go to the bathroom. Walk in, wear a plumbing outfit, hold a bag of tools. Do not. The sushi's okay.
It's upstairs.
Go and say you have to fix the upstairs bathroom, and just check it out. It's pretty sick. If I describe it, just go check it out.
You can't describe.
Yes, that's all I'll say. Then was pretty awesome. Me and the Sweet Prince, and
They don't know Sweet Prince. They probably don't even know Tyler. at this
okay. We have some new shooters, editors on the team. Connor, aka the Sweet Prince.
We call him the Sweet Prince. That's JD's nickname, and we call him that.
JD coined
He's
the
like
term.
this very valuable yet helpless royalty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the nickname fits.
And then also Tyler, aka T Slips.
NCAA qualifier for Michigan.
Yes.
T-slips?
T Slips. We'll tell that story later.
Okay.
So Tyler,
I don't-
me, Tyler, and Connor went to the NYC RTC and went and shot with some of the Cornell guys there, Dake, Yanni, and Big Gwiz, which was dope. Awesome to see. Beautiful facility. You guys have to check it out. Windows everywhere. You
It's
get to
really
see
cool.
everything. It's pretty sick. Definitely not your regular wrestling room that I've been in, but continued to be a good time. They were shooting. It's so crazy to see, like, especially Kyle Dake and just how he moves and warms up and trains. I don't think I've ever seen anybody quite do the body movement things that he does. It's kind of ridiculous. Definitely. It's hard to think that me and him are the same species. Is also like what
really?
You know what I'm like? How are we the same?
On the human level.
On the human, yeah, because we're not. That was pretty sick. Then we went, and that night was awesome. Where we go for dinner that night? The Smith?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you tried to get me to the
The
other
best
place.
fries. The best fries I ever
Best
had.
fries I've ever had. Best fries, delicious French fries. This guy got a steak. How was your steak?
It was good.
Yeah?
Good steak.
Yeah, delicious steak. It
I didn't
looked
eat many
delicious.
fries. I was basically a carnivore that night.
Oh, all right, Seth Gross boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you Seth Grossed it up. But then we went to the wrestling, which was awesome. Very surprised. Well, not surprised. It was a nice little treat to have those True Third matches. Shout out Lauren Mason, Flow Zone.
Shout out.
Getting the dub in a wild match. And then also a great match with Trent Hidley, Mark Hall. There's a sneaky little surprise, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're getting ready for Final X. You're just thinking about those matchups all
little
week
gift.
long. Boom. Fun times.
Hey,
So
shout out to Trent Hidley, who probably flew straight from Ohio after going through the entire U23 tournament to wrestle there when he no longer needed to make the U23
Yes.
world team.
Mark Hall, not U23.
And oddly enough, Isaac Trumbull could have done the same thing, opted not to wrestle at U23s, instead put all his eggs in the beating JILO basket, and he lost.
So sometimes it's rough to put all the eggs in one basket. You got to diversify the eggs.
And I think he would have been the favorite to win the 92
It's
bracket.
a lesson in these trying economic times, Ollie. Mm-hmm. Like someone who's on the show sometimes and their incredible investment into the cryptocurrency
Oh, and then his mysterious drop off the
departure,
show.
and now he lives in.
Had to sell his laptop. Funky Ben's not doing too hot.
People are saying,
Check the pawn shops in Wisconsin.
Yeah, for real.
You'll find his
Bellator belts,
maybe a
one
Hodge.
FC.
One Hodge.
Yeah.
You can get rid of one Hodge because you still have the other.
Yeah. Well,
in his scenario,
that's a good point.
because you're still a two-time winner.
Yes. You got them to spare. Not many have Hodges to spare.
Right.
But then the wrestling happened. I would say the most surprising and biggest result for me, as you guys may be able to guess, the heavyweight upset.
Let's talk heavyweight. Let's talk the hand fighting. You see levels deeper than any of us can possibly comprehend or fathom.
Yes.
What were you tipped off in advance that this could happen?
Well, this is my problem, or something I saw going into it. I have a movement trying to make heavyweight fat again.
Hayden is not.
And he's kind of counting against that. And it's a trend that I'm trying to fight against. And
Now, Colton Schultz did not wrestle in this tournament. He just did Greco.
That's a big boy.
Would Colton,
that's a big boy.
would Colton Schultz have made this freestyle team?
Yeah.
Bad matchup for Summer.
I think bad matchup for everybody in the world. When you're getting heavyweight fat again, big again. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, guys.
Yeah.
As a heavyweight. And
Bracky tried to cancel me for saying the word fat a couple
No.
years ago.
Well, you're coming from a different six-pack
different.
world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not. You know, when you're flabbing on the beach, it's a bit different. But it was quite shocking to see, but also like super impressive to see how Zillmer could kind of do that, especially in that third match. Gwiz gets that. Well, comes out like a banshee that second period, and I thought that was like a point where I was like, all right, he's kind of good now. I thought it was going to be Zillmer kind of taking over at that point if he was going to get the win.
Yep.
And he kind of comes out, gets a score, hits that crotch lift, is going for another one. I was like, this is kind of wrapped up. But
Trusted the process.
yeah, Zillmer's a savage. You know what I mean? Really like dug deep. Shooting in, not doing very heavyweight things, which I'm not amped about. But I think it's what we kind of have to do at that heavyweight level to keep a medal or be getting medals there. So it's a bittersweet moment for me. It's a bittersweet moment for me.
Hayden might be our most shredded heavyweight rep since Long Islander Kerry McCoy.
Yes. Well, shout out Long Island. Strong Island, definitely the greatest wrestling island of them all. But I think, what are you guys... This is what I'm curious about.
Don't disrespect to Cuba. Overrated island.
Yes, but, I mean, I'm not going there. What are your guys' predictions? Give me best, maybe worst, for Mr. Zillmer at Worlds. Because I am somebody... I wouldn't have guessed he did this. So,
Yeah.
all my previews suck at this point.
I think
Predictions.
he could make a bronze match. I think him winning, being that small, is just inexperienced and not inexperienced. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna medal. I think he could make a team.
Okay.
Or could make a bronze medal match.
I think he could make a team as well.
Yeah.
Well,
We both agree he could make the team.
well, it's good to know his limits and his.
We say is against the top 3, he really doesn't stand a chance. Like, nobody does except Gable.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm saying there's a chance.
Okay. Love to see it.
I think
Love to see it.
Kozak came out with World Championship rankings, which is rankings of people we know or believe will be at the World Championships. I think he had him 7, 8, 9, something in there.
That's why 6 was afraid of 7.
Mm-hmm. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's pretty good. If you're the 7th, 8th guy.
Yeah.
Draws can be weird. At the Worlds, less weird now that they balance the brackets out and all that, which these are good changes. But,
They seed to 8.
yeah.
But then, after the wrestling, which was amazing, proceeded to the Beat the Streets Gala.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if you guys saw my fit that night. Had on the mock sweater with the suit jacket.
I have an issue. This man is wearing a sweater and a suit jacket. It was June.
It was June, but how was it?
Hot.
Okay, all right. Riddle me this. All right, Mr. Weatherman. And JD has the answer I'm looking for, so don't answer. How was it inside the venue?
It was a little chilly. Like,
was
I'm sure
chilly.
you were very comfortable.
It was chilly. I was comfortable in the venue. Now, walk to the Beat the Streets Gala, sweated through the sweater,
Yeah.
had to walk back to the hotel room and change completely. So that is true. I did have to do that. It was maybe a wardrobe mistake, but I looked amazing.
Sweet Prince had the dopest fit of all of the.
Yes, the sweats and t-shirt is lit.
He wore like sweatpants and his white socks sticking out of his little sneakers.
He had the
and
sweats tucked in, real wrestler look.
Yeah.
We're at the
Didn't
Beat
give
the
a
Streets.
shit.
Yeah.
He didn't give a rip, and
Yeah.
he had the Mr. Muffler shirt.
Yeah, reppin'. Shout out Kozak.
Kozak's Mr. Muffler gear drop from NCAA. So
Mm-hmm.
Kozak's dad ran a muffler. We'll call it Empire.
Yes.
In Detroit until
Yes.
we learn otherwise, the extent of it. And so they came. We all have the hats.
Mm-hmm.
We got these shirts. The shirts are plain black on the front and a big Mr. Muffler thing on the back. I don't understand that marketing, but Connor wears it basically once a week, no matter without.
He's a
fail.
loyal guy.
He wore it to the gala. Very brand loyal.
Yeah, brand loyal
He took
guy.
it international. He was wearing it in Mexico.
Okay, yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, it's now the Muffler people, Kozak's Muffler Empire.
Why don't they sponsor
global.
FRL? We could geo-target. Can't you geo-target Detroit area?
I could.
Muffler shops?
We've approached them. They gotta up their offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were just gonna throw
We're
in more
talking to
shirts.
Kozak. Yeah, he was trying to just do it with shirts and more hats, but we have enough of those.
Need a little
But
more than
that was a wonderful night. Delicious food at the gala. Great Italian
we
food.
were so hungry though. I think we would have eaten anything.
Yes, but it was good.
It was
I
good.
went back multiple times. Beautiful views. I believe it was at Versa. Was the name of it? Rooftop bar. Immaculate views. Immaculate vibes.
Nick Suriano was there.
Yes.
Posted.
The flow looks
Talked-
amazing.
Talked to him for a while. JD was really mad that Suriano's flow
I know.
had surpassed his.
It was a bit of like a Spider-Man moment. The meme. Spider-Man pointed at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because both had great fits on, but both very similar. And then both were rocking very similar do's and flows to it. So it was you could kind of see them like glaring at each other from across the room. There's a bit of a rivalry going on. in that
Suriano
room.
going to LA. It sounds like talking with him.
Love that.
He's got big dreams. Gonna be a
Nikki Jits.
Nikki Thespian, I think.
Yeah, that's an actor.
Yeah,
I was just
So
making
we're
sure.
in the industry.
Yeah.
He's probably like-
Some also people at home.
People
Also
don't-
people at home who
they
didn't
may
know the
not
term.
They're making fun because you're saying beautiful a lot. You said beautiful sushi dinner, beautiful night.
Well, what's
Jeff Baxter though? He's the player hater. Remember the player haters ball?
yeah? Well, this guy
Yeah,
thinks
Jeff
I'm from
Baxter-
Philly, so it's all right. But
Well, it was probably the jersey.
and maybe the hat. But either way, if
Yeah.
anybody knows anything about Ali, they know I'm from.
Strong Island.
So, but I guess maybe there's a reason why I keep saying that word over and over because New York City was beautiful.
It is. It is
You know,
great.
the vibes were great.
It was great to be
Wish
back.
you guys could have been there. But also, it was a great time. And thank you for spending it with me and letting me talk about it with you kind folks at home.
Wow, it was a wonderful time. Okay, do you want to get to some of these questions? Anywhere you wanted to go in particular?
Well, give me one, and then I'm realizing now I got a meeting in 5 minutes. Big business, Ollie.
Wow.
Got to jump for the meeting.
Okay.
So
I forgot he has to leave at 9.
Give me a question
It's
here.
kind of ridiculous.
Give me a question.
All right. Should we play one of the Coach K? Oh, we're gonna have to plug in here.
Plug it in.
We got to plug in, but let's play Coach K's. Mike Krzyzewski has a question.
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Coach K here. My question is very simple. How much do you struggle in real life with not quoting the documentary Terry to normal people? And the other day I was on this bike ride. We stopped at a stoplight. Somebody said, and go. And all I'm thinking about is, and go, T, when he's got like the gut wrench at the U.S. Open or whatever. Well, the show. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yep. So I actually do use a lot of Terry quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Food and Fluids do it right. That's a good one.
I'll take him out.
And
I'll
go take
you out.
yeah, because
that's a good one.
Okay.
I'm
How
not
big
very
you are.
I'm not
Yeah.
very big, but I will take Ollie out. Have and will. He's punched me in the face at the World Championships.
I got great.
And what
great
even
movement.
happened? Did I even stumble?
You were
No.
crying.
No.
You cried a little bit. I have more trouble not quoting
Figure it out.
The Sopranos in my day-to-day life. But yes, also Terry.
This is
Also
something,
Terry.
and that's something where I really am. Honestly, it's stimulated a lot of my rewatches of The Sopranos. Just
Okay.
wanting to be able to quote it as well as you and Spay do, because it is so quotable.
Yeah. Well, you got some time to catch up.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very long.
Yeah. Try
It
going to
takes-
sleep to the show for 10 years.
That's disturbing. So
Yeah.
I do that when I watch something before bed that is not light. I have terrible dreams.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Yeah.
I tried to watch.
You got to know the episodes to pick.
True Detective season
Oh.
1. What am I doing?
Yeah,
What is
that's
wrong with
rough.
me?
That's
I can't
satanic.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But Sopranos, you have to
It is-
pick your spots.
Yeah.
With it. You
There
know?
are some funny episodes, but some of it's dark.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark ones, and
Yeah.
you got to kind of see it coming before. But you only get that experience through reps.
You got to get reps. It's
You
just
gotta
like
get
it-
reps.
It's just like
It's the only
anything
way to
in
do
life. Any Terry quotes you like?
Well, I was gonna say not so much Terry, but sometimes just like anything like we do, like we quote a lot, and then I'll like use it with people who I don't know.
Yes.
Like it becomes part of your
Yes.
vocabulary, and you
Yeah.
don't realize it.
Yeah.
It becomes kind of an issue.
I did a few of the get what you earns
Yep.
type of thing, and people thought I was pretty cold blooded, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, there's a thing to it, but
Terry.
it's not for them to get.
Yeah, very true. Man, you got to do something about this 9 o'clock meeting. Can you come on tomorrow? What's your meeting schedule tomorrow, huh? I'll put you on the spot right
You know what?
here.
I'm gonna do one of my favorite moves, and then just say yes, and then deal with if you actually can do it later.
Got it.
But
So we'll see you tomorrow.
I think I can do it, and I think I could see you guys nice and early tomorrow. I don't mind waking up a little early.
Okay.
You know, get another cup of coffee. and
What
get-
is this meeting? Is it a good meeting?
It's a great meeting.
Okay, it
It's a
better
great
be.
meeting. You know, it gets you going in the morning.
All right, beat it.
Shout out, peeps. Thank you for coming and watching. I'll see you guys soon.
All right, there he goes.
White Iverson.
Just as fast as he came, he's gone. 45 minutes.
You know, this is kind of a Virginia episode. We got the Iverson jersey, 804 area. code.
804. You know 804?
Richmond.
How am I? How do you know that?
I looked it up.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if you knew, I was gonna make an 804 reference, and then I didn't get a chance to yet, and then I didn't expect. What a pros pro, JD Raider. Holy cow, dropping an 804 bomb, Richmond, Virginia. Okay, so we talked about the quotes, little U23 action. Let's get to. Oh, we've got a trailer here. I don't know if we can play it. This. So if you saw episode 1 of Groundbreakers with Lee Kemp, it was awesome. Jinx. Now episode 2 coming soon with Kevin Jackson is here. If we can play that, it would be awesome. I'd love for you guys to be able to check it out. It's going to be really, really good. This is when not having the headset in is bad, because then I can't hear Tyler saying, give me 5 minutes, or give me some time, or give me no time. So I'll just wait, and if you just start playing it, I'll stop talking because I'll see it on the TV. All right, some other questions we could get to, JD, as this show is officially... It was never on the rails to go off them. That's my fault for...
This is the Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train episode.
Oh, wow. Yep, exactly. All right, this is a weird one. Donkey JC, make your pick. Burrow's body plus KD mind, or KD body plus JB mind? I don't know if I
can't
want to
go
answer
wrong.
this. You can't go wrong with any combination.
I guess I go
So JB's
JD body with JB mind.
So here's the thing about Jordan Burroughs' body. He is a magical healer. This man
That is
popped
true.
his calf, he broke his ankle, and he is recovered. Dake has missed entire years.
I didn't think about that.
Now, KD has the uniqueness of his body is that it can grow and shrink, and the success doesn't really wane, or it continues to be. He continues to wrestle at a really high level. So there's that factor. But the mind, I think if you have to pick one of the minds, I don't want to do that because that. I think that's actually their big differentiator. Okay, we got the KJ trailer here, so let's check that out.
Today we're going to be meeting up with Kevin Jackson, NCAA 4-time All-American, Olympic, and 2-time world champion. We're going to sit down with KJ and learn some of the stories behind his legendary wrestling and coaching career. We're going to get on the mat and learn some technique that helped him become a champion during his wrestling days. And we're going to see exactly why many consider him one of the best American wrestlers of all time.
The way I started was my brother went to a tournament, and during the weigh-ins, my mother looked over at me and she said, so do you want to wrestle? And I said, yeah. Why LSU for you? To this day, I think it was one of the best decisions I made. Unfortunately, they dropped the program 3 years later, and so I chose Iowa State to finish my career. Royce was a motivator for me, really, but he was my biggest rival throughout my career. He took away some things that I really wanted, and that was an NCAA championship.
You finally win the Olympic Games, you're standing on top of the podium, you've got that medal placed around your neck. What was that like?
This is go-to, right? But my action would be this, watch.
My name is John DuPont.
Did you ever have any conversations with John DuPont?
I had a ton of conversations with John DuPont. I was in the house when he would be carrying a gun around. He started losing his mind, man. Soon after that, Dave was killed. It was devastating, put into a space where you don't know what to think, you don't know what to feel. We're wrestlers, we're athletes, where we think we're immune to any hurt, harm, danger. It was an eye-opener.
Very cool. Be coming out next week, I do believe. Please check it out.
The DuPont and Schultz footage.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I didn't know that it went there until I saw the trailer. So excited for that. Obviously, Jordan's involvement is amazing, and KJ's a guy with an awesome story. So really looking forward to that. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. This is a really good question. I liked it. I wish it were the case. If a country could send 12 guys to Worlds across the 10 weights, who should U.S. choose to fill out our final 2 spots on the world team? This is a good question. I kind of feel like maybe it depends on the year. I feel like Colin Moore is interesting at 97 with no Sajalayev because I feel like he's a strong medalist candidate. Chance, I'm not as sure. Nolf is interesting. Probably Nate Jackson.
He just beat Jaden.
He beat Jaden. Jaden's gonna be, in the if not a favorite to win, a favorite to make the finals with no Russia or Belarus. Who else would be? Oh, no, hold on. Gotta send Dayton.
And I looked at it at where are the weights where not number 2 is most likely to medal, but number 1s are most likely to not medal and give us a chance at a medal at said weight.
If you're chasing that, then I think that's like you run the risk of having 2 guys,
medals.
Because
I also thought 65. Also, just because I want to put a medal up there.
Yeah. Oh.
So
yeah,
Joey was my.
Ooh. You're going off script completely.
Yeah.
You're just Overlord JD.
Agent of Chaos.
There's no process that you won't buck. You'll just pluck some guy that didn't make the trials finals and put him on the team. Okay. I don't think that's actually a bad pick either. Dayton is the number 1, and then I think it's a short list of Colin, Nate Jackson. I'm not sending anyone else at 65. We need one man to do the job. And maybe Jordan Oliver. I think he'd be on the list. But yeah, I wish we could do this. There's some years there would be really obvious choices. But yeah, that's fun. Was Burroughs losing a match to Marsteller the first signs we've seen of him getting older and maybe losing a step? Or was it just a really good match for Marsteller? Interested in your guys' thoughts on that. Well, I don't think so because, man, I think you give credit to Chance. 1, 2. Burroughs lost to Imar. He almost lost to him twice. It was
a much closer series that
He was
time.
an epic sprint away from losing match 1. And then he lost match 2. And then he won match 3. So I think I don't think it's I don't know when the first evidence of Jordan losing a step was. I think the main thing that changed Jordan's results was the change in the weight class with weigh-ins. When it went from day before to day of, that's when in 18 and 19 he lost late to Sidakov twice, and then 2021 he lost to Kyle Day pretty convincingly in 2 matches. So I don't know when the kind of moment was because there are a number of factors outside of him just aging that are the thing. But you look at his World Team Trials last year and how he beat Ringer, who was someone who we all think could have medaled that year at Worlds. Then he wins the World Championships with really, his closest match was against Russia and he pulled away there. So I don't know. He's certainly not 2011 through 13 Jordan right now, right? But I don't know. So I don't view this as some moment of him losing a step. And I think if the rules are slightly different, he doesn't lose any matches to Chance. If they get consistent on when you can ground yourself, I think he wins it in 2 straight.
Yeah, probably.
When do you think?
I don't think Jordan has changed from 2019, kind of like you said. Is this Jordan better or worse than Jordan 11, 12, 13? I don't know. It's definitely a different evolved version.
He's cagier now. He doesn't have all the unlimited offense he seemed to possess in the double, and he's certainly a different wrestler now. But is he worse? Has he lost a step? Maybe he's lost an element of his physicality, maybe, like just in terms of like pop, speed, blow through you like he used to have, but not by a lot.
I would argue his hand fighting's better.
Way better. Yeah, definitely he can hand fight better. Definitely he's improved in enough areas that it's not a net loss, right?
He's evolving. I went back and listened to the David Taylor interview yesterday he gave after Final X. And by the way, he agreed with me that he doesn't just gunsling as much anymore. Because he literally said, I don't have to. My defense has improved so much that I can shut people down.
Okay, but that's not what you said.
That's exactly what I said.
You may have said that, but your broader point was that he doesn't have the same pace he used to have, or he can't like.
I said pace, and then I said in terms of just gunslinging and shooting at will with no regard for getting taken down.
I actually rewatched yesterday. I rewatched the Jaden David Taylor series in 17, and even then that was probably during the time when you would have said he would. He was not like shoot. It was a much more calculated David Taylor even then. So I didn't say, I didn't necessarily see it, but yeah, maybe so. And yeah, his defense has evolved to a point where he doesn't have to. So and that's probably good, right? Because it's
the same thing. You get older and your wrestling has to evolve, or you fizzle out, basically.
I'm curious what like Kyle Snyder's second act will look like, right?
It's different. 97, 125. Like it can be very.
You can do the same thing forever.
Basically.
Yeah.
More or less, because it's less speed reliant. It's less athleticism reliant. I don't necessarily want to say power because obviously the big weights, like you need that power, but his is so much timing and I don't want to say like simple technique because there's a lot of nuance to it, but a lot of it is timing, knowing when to hit that step in single,
Right.
or high crotch. It's not a no. I'm just quicker than you, and I'm gonna get to this. It's no. I time it perfectly.
Yes. Let's do one more voicemail question. Jake from New York, not from State Farm. Let's pull that one in.
It's Jake from New York. On the show today, you guys were talking about slip and how it's gamed. I think you honestly gave it too much credit for it just being a ridiculous rule. In the Vincenzo versus Chance Marsteller match, you'll have to forgive me for not remembering which one. Chance goes for an arm throw, and Vincenzo stopped it, like sprawled out, got himself on top. That looked like to me to be a clear takedown, and they called it a slip. Like, I get that there's a slip rule, and if Marsteller went for the arm throw and just slipped off and landed on his belly, they'd call that a slip, even though that's a silly rule. He didn't slip. He went for an arm throw and just got stuffed. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. Have a good day.
Yeah, I mean, the slip is riddled with issues, right? Because, we saw it. I can't remember if it was one of the final X's, but you got people driving with underhooks, pressuring in, and fake headlocks are getting people out of really terrible positions. So there's too much of an element of wrestling knowledge required to properly call that. You got to really, really know what you're seeing and really know what's a legitimate thing. And I don't understand why defending a leg attack and scoring is fine, but you defend a throw and it's fine. You're just back up, no problem. And I get in Greco, we've got to find ways for points to occur because it's just so hard, especially from neutral where they basically don't score primarily. But I think you could get rid of the slip throw altogether because it's it all too often, and if it happens once in a match, it's too often, is utilized to bail out a guy who gets in a terrible position. So I think it actually punishes the offensive wrestler in reality. And to the point, I can't remember that I watched all those matches. I can't recall that Chance Chinzo instance, but it's I don't have a I don't think so.
Use better technique. Don't slip.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, kind of like you said, why can you maybe slip on the mat, get taken down, or on a leg attack or something? You don't see this often because it's just the way the technique works. Yeah. But
Gothard, fake news on you. Those guys have to get in forced parterre positions for the vast majority of the points. Very few upper body actual throws.
I will say, New York, the Greco was very entertaining.
It was. They were entertaining.
That was a good
matches.
display.
But it doesn't change the fact that they have to go out of their way to manufacture points in Greco.
Oftentimes, yes.
Okay. All right, we're calling it. Tyler has to go at 9:30, and we're out of show anyways. Ollie left us. We're going to get the heck out of here. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe Ollie will be back. Maybe not. He said he would be, but he also said before he said that he was just going to say that, regardless if he could be. So we'll find out then. Thank you guys so much. We're going to go eat some tacos. They might still be warm at this hour, JD. You never know. We have to go across town. We're downtown, boys. Thanks so much. We'll see you then.